When you look at your experience, you're always looking right now. When you are looking at a thought of something that happened yesterday, you are perceiving this thought right now. When there is a thought about tomorrow, you are perceiving this thought right now. So your experience is always right now. There is no past experience or future experience. The past experience is a current memory, a current experience right now, current thought. The future experience is similarly a current experience right now. So you never experience any before or any after, in fact. And everything that you experience, you experience it intimately. Like you experience the breath, like you experience hunger, like you experience a thought, a perception. Your experience is always intimate. Intimate means it's not apart from yourself. You never experience anything outside of yourself. You may experience a thought that says, the oak tree is outside of myself. But that thought is inside of you. When you perceive the oak tree, where is your perception? Is your perception 30 yards away from you? Or is your perception intimately yourself? Right now you hear these words. Where is your hearing? Where are these words? In your night dreams, you dream of a purple butterfly. Where is the purple butterfly in your night dreams? Is it outside of you? When you dream yourself in your night dreams to be a bird flying over the lake, are you a bird? When you dream that you are a young boy or a young girl, that is traveling to Europe, that is looking out the window of the airplane, looking at the clouds, beautiful clouds, and at the landscape way below you. What is it? Who is it? What is it that is perceiving the clouds, that is perceiving the landscape? Is it the character that is in the plane that is perceiving the landscape, that is perceiving the clouds? Or is it you, the dreamer? Or maybe it is all illusion. There are no clouds. There is no plane. There is no landscape. When you imagine yourself to be somebody that is living a certain life, getting better or getting worse, are you that character that you're imagining yourself to be? You're hoping to get this promotion and you get it. Are you that character that you imagine? You get it, you get the promotion, you're happy. And then you find out all the fine prints that comes with the promotion is awful. And now you're unhappy. You wish you never got it. You wish you never dreamt that dream. And so you start dreaming some strategies to get you out of that condition that now you are finding yourself in. But the bigger question is, are you this character? Are these things actually happening to you? If you imagine yourself to be this character, then yes, you will experience these things happening to you. And you will worry and be so concerned about getting that promotion, and then worry and get so concerned about how to get out of that fine print. What if for a moment all what you imagine yourself to be, all your past, everything that you so-called know about yourself, believe about yourself, what if all of that just is laid to rest? What if for a moment you simply are? We experience then the peace. What if when the mind arises and says, hey, you've got to do something, what if we don't? You have to do something or else. You've got to try harder or else. You can't feel these things because they will hurt you. What if we just let go of our beliefs? Let go of all our images, our ideas, our stories about ourselves, our family, our future, our past, our brothers, sisters, mothers, cousins, uncles, bosses. Let it all go and just meet this present moment in our fullness, in our wholeness, in our innocence, in our nakedness, in our purity. God is not in the stale business. Pure freshness, pure creativity, pure beingness. What if we give God a chance? Just because there are 7 billion human beings that are on some heavy viral drug separate identification does not mean that we have to be part of that. Just because there is nationality, religion, family, tribes, my things and not your things, just because there is this madness, we do not have to be part of that. The buck ends with me. We don't need to wait for the perfect political system or the perfect religion or the perfect leader or the perfect philosophy. Then we will follow it so we can follow it. Then we just waiting and waiting, and we following this tribe and then following that leader and following this philosophy and following this religion. More and more complication. How much longer we are going to do that? And then we hear words that resonate within us. Words that point to the transparency of being. Words that do not have a past and future in them. That speak to the core of our being. To the causeless peace. That does not need polishing. Does not need to constant improvement. Our personality, our image, our status, how people perceive us, constantly needs polishing. What about that needs no polishing, needs no improvement, needs no betterment, needs no correction? We all know that all forms in time deteriorate, change. They need to be fixed, repaired, managed, safeguarded. The gold has to be in Fort Knox. The diamonds have to be with De Beer in the De Beer coffers. De Beers? Coffers. The body has to constantly be maintained. We have to exercise, we have to fix it, we have to do the yoga, we've got to feed it correctly, etc. We all know that forms belong to that realm of the impermanent, changing, subject to conditions. What is it in our experience that requires no maintenance? We identify with the body and we feel, oh, look what's happening to me. My belly, my hair, my vision. Do they still love me? Do I look good? We identify with the body. And so there's all these concerns. And all the inner turmoil. Am I being appreciated? Are they treating me correctly? Am I loving myself? Am I still acceptable? What is it that is identifying with the body? There is something that is not the body, that is not identified with the body, that identifies with the body. What is it that is identifying with the body? I identify with the body. It's not my dog or my cat. I identify with the body. What is this I? Where shall we go to look for this I? We start to think, oh, yeah, Freud talked about the I, ego, the superego, I remember, it must be this, it must be that. We start to think. What is it that is thinking? What is it that is perceiving thought? I perceive thought. So the I that perceives thought, do you think that this I can be found in the thought that it is perceiving? If you are looking for yourself, where do you go? You go into the kitchen or into the bedroom or the living room? You go in the garden? Where do you go? Upstairs? Downstairs to find yourself? You go nowhere. When you are looking for something, then you go looking for it. It could be something in the kitchen, or it could be something in the bedroom. But when you are looking for I, for yourself, you don't find it in any room, you don't find it in any place, you don't find it inside of anything, because it is not a thing. The body is sitting in the chair right now. What is it that knows that the body is seated right now? Is that knows that the body is seated, is that a body? A thought may arise saying, oh yes, it is a body. What is it that perceives that thought? And how does the thought know If the thought is perceived, because a thought that is not perceived, what would that be? You are not what you imagine yourself to be. This entire waking dream is about awakening to your true nature, awakening to what you truly are, awakening to God's reality, God's consciousness, like they say in religious terms, awakening to universal consciousness. This waking dream is not about feeding yourself, about getting successful, about having a good marriage, about pleasing your parents, about having a good job, about having great relationship with your family, about traveling the world, about experiencing power. Is nothing to do with that. It is not about your body, it is not about your mind. It is about you, the real you, awakening to what you are. And as long as you imagine yourself to be somebody, male, female, great, weak, strong, needing this, having that, vanquishing this, and great family, as long as you imagine yourself, whatever you imagine yourself, you are in the dreamland, deeper and deeper in the dreamland. Wakefulness, the light of God evades you. We postpone. We say, "Oh, I think I understand that. I understood that last week, and I think I'm understanding it again today. It's good. I'm glad I came to satsang because I had forgotten. Now I understand it good, and it's good. I'm doing better. I'm getting it. I'm getting it." We postpone because we don't want to get it now. We don't want to wake up now. We want to gather. We want to gather feeling experiences. Yeah, I experienced this or I experienced that. It's a really beautiful experience. I love this experience. What sort of freedom is that if you're gathering experiences and loving experiences? It's like having beads, you have those pretty beads and you have a string and you put those beads, beautiful necklace way around our neck.
At some point the weight's so much you just topple over. Too many beads. I heard the straw that broke the camel's back. It's the bead that topples you over.
Yeah. It's about letting go. No memory, no gathering. Forget all you know about yourself, all what you believe you need, your history. What sort of history is there in consciousness? It's the light of being. It melts everything. Lights up in presence. Why do you carry along with you all these strategies and complicate your life? Let it go. Trust God. All this stuff is just noise in your space. Webs upon webs upon webs of, they obscure you. And God's bounty that's coming to you has to now navigate through all your conditions. Oh no, not today. Don't give it to me today. I have to work hard to earn it. I have to work hard to earn it. God says, okay, fine. Okay, fine. Call me when you're ready. Yeah, call me when you're ready. I want to give it all to you, but you want to earn it. Okay, go earn it. Go earn it.
Wait for the right moment.
Wait for the right moment. The right moment. Because God is infinite patience. You could spin and spin about me, my life, my this, my friends, my family, my this. You could spin I need to do this, I must do that. God says, okay. When you're ready for me, I'm here. You trust yourself. Okay, you trust yourself. You trust what you imagine yourself to be. A man, a woman, a person in the world, of things, of objects, of directions and regulations and rules, and you imagine that and you live that, and God says, okay, you are constructing a world of misery and complication, and you want to live it, and you want to find your freedom and your happiness in that. Okay, give it a try. Call me in another 50,000 years when you're ready. Do you think there's anything that comes to you from your own doing? You can't even control your blood flow. You can't control your blinking. Can you control your blinking? Okay, let's not blink for 5 minutes. Simple, 5 minutes. What's 5 minutes out of a day? Nothing. Okay, let's try not to blink for 5 minutes. We can't control our hair grow. We don't control the temperature. The simplest thing, the temperature. If it goes up 5 degrees more, the glaciers will melt and 70 million people will die, right? Or whatever. We can't even control that. 5 degrees. And yet we live in this imaginary me that controls and runs the show, and I have to do this and I have to do that, and I gotta try harder, I'm failing at this, I'm succeeding at that. And throughout this whole dream, we're unhappy, we're struggling, hoping and regretting, seeking and resisting. You don't need to do that. You don't. Turn your attention not to what's visible. Turn your attention to the invisible. You may say, well, how could they do that? I see houses, I see cars, I see trees, I see people. What are you talking about? You are not hearing me correctly. I'm not speaking to your body. I'm not speaking to what you imagine yourself to be. I'm speaking to you. You, the invisible self. You, the light of being. I'm speaking to you, awareness, you, consciousness, you, presence. Don't confuse the limitations of the body with the I am. The body's limitations belong to the body. The conditions of the mind belong to the mind. Memory conditions of the brain belong to the brain. I am not talking to the brain or the body, but to you. The I. Look at the I. Without any means, go directly to the self. Ask yourself, I know I am. I know I am. This I am knows I am. I know I am, and I know that I know that I am. Live as that.